All right, good evening, everyone. Tonight we're going to be talking about the chapter 8 of the book Living Spring by Chico Xavier, Attentive Workers. So I'm going to read for us the text first, and then we'll do the understanding of the text. But whoever looks intently into the perfect law that gives freedom and continues in it, not forgetting what they have heard, but doing it, they will be blessed in what they do. That's from James 1:25. The disciple of the good news who communes with the Master, above all, understands the obligations assigned to him and sincerely worships the law of freedom, aware that he will reap in the withdrawals of the world what he has sown. He knows that the judge will respond in court, that the administrator will answer for the stewardship, and the servant will be held accountable for the work that was up to him. And respecting each work of progress and order, of light and good, in his proper place, one should persevere in taking advantage of the possibilities that he received from divine providence, attentive to the lessons of truth, and devoted to the good works of which he feels in charge by the superior powers of the earth. Characterized by such attitude, the server of Christ, whether a statesman or a street cleaner, he is integrated with his study in the position of acting and serving as naturally as he communes with the with as naturally as he communes with the oxygen in the act of breathing. If he is a director, he does not expect others to remind him of the accomplishments that fall to him. If he obeys, he does not need reiterated instructions regarding his attributions in the regimen of works of any kind. He does not require that government of his district has his vegetable garden composted, nor does he wait decrees to educate or improve himself. And respecting each worker of progress and order, of light and good in its proper place, it perseveres in taking advantage of the possibilities that received from divine providence, attentive to the lessons of truth that are applied to the good works, of which he feels in charge of the higher powers of the earth. Strengthening his freedom to learn, to ameliorate himself, and help everyone through total consecration to the noble tasks that the world brought to him, he is blessed in all his actions, which begin to produce substantial advantages in the prosperity and elevation of the common life. Such a follower of the gospel, from an apprentice to the master, he reaches the category of the attentive worker, entering in glorious silence the sublime reserves of the celestial apostleship. So that was the text from Emmanuel. It's a bit complex reading it first time, but after I read it a couple of times, it got easier to understand and to unravel everything. It's quite, I would say, straightforward, but yeah, we're going to try to break it down bit by bit. So the text emphasizes that the quality of mindful, conscious participation in spiritual server, rather than the mechanical compliance. So we're understanding the perfect law. So Emmanuel's commentary begins with the concept of the perfect law of liberty from James 1:25. This law represents the completed, fulfilled divine law that brings freedom rather than bondage or enslavement. Unlike the Mosaic law, which enslaved through its impossible demands, this perfect law liberates believers to serve out of love rather than obligation. So the teachings of Jesus Christ as the completement and fulfillment of all the previous divine commandments. So that's the I would say the gathering of all those commandments into the teachings that Jesus gave to us. So the opening established that the foundation of spiritual discipleship. So Emmanuel emphasizes that the true disciples of the gospel first understand their specific obligations and render sincere worship to the law of liberty. So we have to be sincere and in what we are doing and how we go about it, and because we have to understand that everything has a cause and effect in the end. The phrase "he will reap in the withdrawals of the world what he has sown" is directly reference to the law of cause and effect. We will harvest what we have sown, or we will harvest what we have created in the world. If it will be with our actions or our thoughts or words. So this reflects the spiritual principle that every action generates consequence, make each individual responsible for their own actions or choices. Yes, Colleen?
So, as you say, it seems complex, the text that is written by Emmanuel here. But I did sense when reading the text that the whole essence of cause and effect is complex. And I did sense that Emmanuel was suggesting to us to not get bound up or bound down or tied up, yes, with the idea of cause and effect, because every action and reaction and response is a complex web. So there is not a straightforward cause and effect, because there are so many that are engaged in a particular situation or whatever it is. So I did sense that he was recommending to us that, yes, there is this law of cause and effect, but for us to find ourselves preoccupied by looking at what has happened and why it has happened is often a distraction. Did you sense that, Alex, when you read that, or am I reading too much into that? Yeah.
No, yeah, definitely it says that a little bit for you to not be caught up in trying to your only focus be to understand that,
Yes.
but to try and live of what you have. So to become more, even though you have done something or you saw something that wasn't the greatest, but yeah, just try to be better each day. So try to go forward with that.
Because often, can I go on for a moment?
Yeah.
Often when, say, I have done something, often it allows for an opening or an opportunity for someone to step in or to step up and then to shine. So the idea of cause and effect, good or bad, yes, that cannot be discerned from a situation when the cause may stimulate or, yes, provide for greater opportunities for those around us. So there is this complexity of how life is designed that allows for us, if we step away from judgment, to actually see how we are given always opportunity to rise at any given moment, and to not rectify, but to lend our efforts in a creative way because someone has done something or allowed for us. And so, yes, it isn't just a cause and effect. You did something, so there is a cause and effect that happens to you. It actually has a brilliant flow-on effect to allow for the world to respond in a creative and often compassionate way, or the other way, when it goes, yes, sour, when those that are given opportunity decide that it isn't for them and they would rather sit in hard-headedness. Yes. Do you get my drift there?
Yeah. I think we usually focus on the action and the action alone and with ourselves, but we know that everything that we do affects everyone else around us, and it is an opportunity for everyone to take something out of it or to do something about it, I would say. So yeah, it doesn't only affect you, but it's an opportunity for everybody to grow together.
Yeah. It's a brilliant system. The creation itself and our interplay, our personal interplay with each other and the world about us is inspired. Yes.
Yeah.
She, they did a good job. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a very big web. Thanks, Colleen. So Emmanuel outlines the different levels of spiritual responsibility using three metaphors: the judge, who must account to the tribunal; the administrator, who must answer for the stewardship; and the servant, who will be held accountable for their assigned work. This demonstrates that spiritual responsibility applies to all levels of service, from leadership to basic service roles. So we have to be respectful for all the roles, because, as we were saying, everything that we do and have a big impact, and not only on us, but on all the people and our surroundings. So we have to be attentive on that, and see the opportunities to grow with it. The attentive worker recognizes that everyone has their proper place in the cosmic plan, and perseveres in utilizing the possibilities received from the divine providence. So we have to always be aware of these opportunities and try to, I would say, make the most of it, or at least try to use it in a good way for us. So in the beginning, we probably we don't even know that those things or those opportunities are appearing to us. And after a while, we probably have to force ourselves into do the right thing instead of, I would say, we have to grab that opportunity and force ourselves to do that. But this will get easier with time, and we ended up absorbing that and adding it to our day-to-day. It will transform us, and it will make us to doing the right way as being the normal, and deviating for this path, it becomes uncomfortable. So it's a powerful analogy, whether one is, I would say, independent of the level that you are in. So we always have, I would say, duty, but to grow and to be better in each day. So the true spiritual service transcends social status and becomes an intrinsic part of one's being. So that will become, or it is already, but in a lower level, but will become our intrinsic nature. Any comments and thoughts? Good. So the attentive worker demonstrates initiative and self-direction. We don't wait for the others to remind us to do our responsibilities, or we don't require instructions to do our assigned duties. This reflects the spiritual maturity, where the service becomes, the server becomes self-motivated rather than externally compelled. So we have to be proactive. We don't need to expect someone to tell us when to do good and when to improve. We have to grab those opportunities and do that by ourselves. And of course, that as I was saying, it takes time, and yeah, might slip up, but yeah, we can use these opportunities to learn and to try to be better. So Emmanuel will use that agricultural metaphor that illustrate that the spiritual workers don't expect external authorities to manage their personal development. We don't have to wait for anyone else, for the government or to someone else to tell us what to do. We have to have that self-direction, I would say, and try to initiate this evolution by ourselves, this spiritual growth. Yes, who is it? Colleen?
This is a significant point, isn't it? It is encouraging each individual to take a responsibility. And it is so often the case that we hear around us, no one else is trying, so why should I try? No one else is doing anything. What difference does it make that I do what is right? Because no one pays attention. No one will see it. No one, yes, it is a drop in the ocean. And what good does it do? It is standard, almost a standard opinion of, yes, most in society. Yes, yes, there is that sense, isn't there, when some people are ripping off the system, why not me? We can do it because everyone else is doing it. It is about following like sheep, and this is a call for each of us to sit in centeredness with our divine connection, and to sit gently in that, and to see that what we do is profound. What each of us decides to do is profound, not only for our spiritual growth, but for those around us. And many are, yes, do consider that they would be swallowed up. And so standing up or standing in connectedness to divine, to their divinity, yes, is not worth it, because everyone else is doing, in it for themselves. Yes, I do sense those that are not connected to some sort of community that allows for them to be reassured that this is the path. I sense that many would flounder, particularly in this day and age when it is so in your face. Materialism is so obvious, and so, what is it? It is extraordinary. The messages that we receive through public forums, it is almost soul destroying. Yes. I find that this encouragement is helpful and needs to be mainstream. Yes. Sorry.
We can see that a lot of people only apologizes or do something like that if they are caught.
Yes,
and I would
indeed.
say that in the beginning, even if they are caught, they don't apologize. So I think it's just steps, and then you do it because no one else is seeing you. So you try to be slight and do something shady. And if you're not caught, that's good. If you're caught, you say, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that." But I think as the time passes, you just don't do it because that's not the right thing to do, or you do it because it is the right thing to do. It doesn't matter if other people think that's not going to make a difference. It's not because they are gonna find out that you did wrong or you did right. It's just a peace of mind of you doing what's right.
Yes. It can I add to that?
Yeah.
The previous slide or the one before, you suggested that, and Emmanuel suggests also that it is practice that will assist. But in practice, you come from a particular angle that says practice makes perfect. But if we, as I have said previously, cleanse your lens and see that we are an integral part of the divine, then we see everything as it needs to be. And we see the divine working through all things. And so we naturally see it in love. Even if it hurts, even if it is heartbreaking, we see the process that is the human journey. We see it in action. And so in seeing it and experiencing it through this lens of divinity, then we naturally work in love. And maybe this cleansing of our lens, how we see things, maybe this is what needs to, yes, to be attended to. And maybe that cleansing will take time, but it occurs from within us rather than practicing as a conscious decision. Oh, I have to do good. So, yes, I have to. Yes, the Bible tells me to do good. So I must do good. Rather than knowing that it is natural, if we see love in all things, then we respond in love and it comes from within. Yes, yes.
Yeah, I think he says that in the beginning you have to force yourself to do it, and I would say do the practice of that, and it's probably a burden to do it. And
Yes.
but yeah, after you have that inner transformation, it becomes natural. It becomes
Yes, yes, yes.
So as a result, we can see an improvement in our lives. We can understand everything that happens around us, or begin to understand that, and with different eyes. So we see that not like we were saying before, everything is an opportunity that we can use to our benefit. And as we help others, help will get to us in different forms and shapes. It is the fruits of the spiritual maturity. By strengthening our freedom to learn, improve, and help others through complete consecration of noble duties, the worker of us becomes blessed in all our creation. Our efforts produce substantial advantages in the prosperity and elevation of common life. So yeah, we can see that like we were saying in the beginning, it's all connected. It's all a web. So one little ripple will make an effect in everybody. So a good ripple will make everyone else's life better. So yeah, that's what we need to strive to achieve. And then we get to the graduation, as Emmanuel says. So the final paragraph describes the spiritual graduation. We evolve from being an apprentice of the master, of Jesus, to the category of attentive worker. So this is the progression from the student to the mature spirit worker or spiritual worker who operates in direct connection with the divine purpose or God. So to finalize the nature of spiritual service, so we have the conscious responsibility, which is understanding our specific obligations rather than operating blindly. The self-motivation, so acting from internal conviction rather than external compulsion. Universal application, so the selfless service principles apply regardless of social status or profession. You don't need to be the president or someone of status to do your part. Personal accountability. So each individual bears responsibility for their spiritual development and service, their progress, and the what their acts or their words and their thoughts cause to other people. The law of cause and effect. So the spiritual law that governs our existence, we reap what we sow. This principle makes every action significant and every choice consequential, encouraging thoughtful, conscious living rather than careless behavior. And the progressive spiritual development. So Emmanuel presents spiritual growth as a natural progression from apprenticeship to mature service. The attentive workers represent someone who has integrated spiritual principles so thoroughly that service becomes as natural as breathing. So as we were saying before, we have to try to achieve that state that we don't need to think about doing good. Everything that we do, it becomes naturally good. So we can attain that level that you don't even have to think to choose the right path. But yeah, that always takes time and self-reflection and improvement. That's what we are doing, trying to do every Tuesday here on our meetings. And that's it for me, people.
Oh, that's cool.
Any thoughts, any comments? No?
Oh, just thanking you for presenting this, because it's not so easy to interpret the meaning. You have to really read a few times to understand the true meaning of these lessons behind. But yeah, that was a really good discussion. Yeah, thank you, Alex.
Thank you, Roberta. Yeah, it was. I read it in two different translations, in English and in Portuguese, and it was still hard subject to understand. But yeah, it's very straightforward the way he explains it. But yeah, the wording that he uses are very I'm not gonna say dramatic, but yeah, different. But yeah, it's a very great text. All right.
It's not
Yeah, I
easy,
find-
but yeah, sorry, go.
No, you go.
No, it's just the same. Yeah, it didn't look easy, but after he presented the analysis, that all made sense. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. Yeah, and I find it interesting as well with this idea that it's not just that you practice it, it's that you have to practice it consciously. Not even like, I don't just mean like consciously at first to like put it into practice, but I mean like you have to be present in what you're doing for you to get like value out of what you're performing, like what your service is.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
if you do just because and forget about it, you probably not gonna learn much. So yeah, if you have the conscious of doing that and really absorbing what you're doing and putting in practice in your life, that makes it easier.
Yeah,
And
and because we have that.
Sorry.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, we have that problem a lot nowadays where everybody's just like zoned out with other stimuli going in. Everybody's always multitasking, so it's like we're not actually engaging with like the service that we're supposed to be doing here. We're not actually putting our 100% into it.
Yes, it is fractured. Yes, our attention is fractured, and therein lies the challenge for each of us, is to examine our thoughts, because from thoughts, then there is the decision to act, and then the action takes place. But our thoughts themselves, when we stop and think about our negativity, or our projection of, yes, how we perceive others' motives or motivations, or how we judge the world around us, if we stop ourselves and say, what am I thinking? Where is this coming from? And actually tackling it from the base level, then yes, it does, as you say, yes, Louise, it does become meaningful at a core level. And you question and are critical of yourself, and then you actually are given opportunity to unpack why you think certain things about the world and those that affect you personally. Yes, but it is not until we do this that there is actual growth. There is no point in doing external activities that are charitable if at heart we are in it for self-gain, or for, yes, promoting our yes, basically self-interest, yes, rather than connecting with the world on a true compassionate level. Yes. Thank you, Alex. Great.
Problems. All right, so I'm gonna put that 7 minutes meditation for us. So just relax on our chairs. Let's have a communion with our mentors and have a relaxed time. Let me know if that doesn't play well, if you have problems with the audio.
Let's start by finding a comfortable position and gently closing your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose, feeling your chest rise as it fills with fresh, revitalizing air. Slowly exhale, releasing any heaviness or tension. Let go of everything from yesterday. Today is a new beginning, and this moment is yours. Now, picture yourself standing at the edge of a beautiful, calm lake, just as the sun is rising. The sky is painted with soft colors of pink and orange, and the air feels crisp and clear. As you inhale, imagine the cool morning air filling your lungs, refreshing every part of you. With each exhale, feel the weight of yesterday's worries being carried away, like ripples moving across the surface of the water. With your next breath in, imagine the soft, gentle light of the rising sun touching your skin. This light isn't just warmth, it's energy. It feels alive, awakening your body, filling you with vibrant energy and clarity. With each breath, this sunlight spreads deeper within you, illuminating every cell, making you feel